from a square piece of paper, you can fold a fairly regular pentagon. This is how you go about it. Take a square piece of paper and a pen. First, fold the midline of the paper. Mark the midline, and the value of this midline is 32. So the bottom point is 0 and the top point is 32. If you fold this into half, then you get the midpoint, which will be 16 by 32. Fold it in a quarter, and you will get the quarter point, which will be 8 by 32. And then bring the top point to the 8 point, subtract 12, and you would get 20 by 32. Bring the top point to the 20 point, and you would get 26 by 32. Once again, bring the 32 point top point to the 26 point, and you'd get the midpoint, which is 29 by 32. Once again, bring the top point to the 29, and you would get a point P. The value and this height would be 3 by 64. And we'll call this point P. Now similarly, the baseline, the value of which is 32, the left point is 0, the right point is 32. The midpoint is 16 by 32. Bring 32 on 16 and you'd get 24 by 32. Now bring 0 to 24 and you'd get 12 by 32. And again bisect, bring 0 to 12 and you would get 6 by 32. Now, from this point, R to the middle line would be a distance of 10. Now, fold P and then bring P to R and crease edge to get a point Q of the pentagon. Mark this line and call this point Q. Once again, fold the midpoint of the square to point R. This would be the center of the cube. Now fold P to Q and Q to R to get two sides of the pentagon. Mark the lines and then fold model to get symmetrical half, and you would get the two other points of the pentagon, which are S and T. Join P to T, and finally T to S to get a regular 5-edged pentagon. Mark all the lines, and on opening the paper you would see P, Q, R, S, T would be a fairly regular pentagon.